I'm Mike McDonnell. I'm the Chief Technology and Innovation Officer at Amsted Rail.
Mike, thank you very much for joining us today. It's a pleasure to be speaking with you and to hear about Amsted Rail and its plans for its new center in PEI. Can you please just begin by introducing yourself and the company?
Yeah, so we're a distributed manufacturing company that makes train components, basically everything underneath a rail car we make. We produce around the world, and I help support and lead the technology group. And I'm the Chief Digital and Technology Innovation Officer. Happy to be here with you today to talk about our activities and business in Canada.
First, just to set the stage, I'd like to ask you about the future of rail, the future of the industry as a whole. What do you see as the trends or the forces that are shaping the future of rail and freight industry? And how do you foresee the sector's evolution in terms of its digital transformation?
Well, certainly it's been on a digital journey for a number of years now where this is heavy manufacturing that has been digitized. And we have state-of-the-art operating systems and manufacturing execution systems, sensors. We're using things like HoloLenses to support customers. So the digitization of the operations as we move into Industry 4.0 has been really impressive to see the company adopt and find value out of. And this is a business that was done by stopwatches and clipboards not long ago, and now it has been digitized. And from a quality and efficiency perspective, it's added a lot of value to get on this digital transformation journey. And it's a journey that's never ending as the newer technologies and opportunities to use them present themselves.
Amsted Rail just opened up a new unit in Prince Edward Island in Eastern Canada. I'd like to ask why you chose to establish a presence there and what function that center is going to play within Amsted Rail's operations.
Yeah, so it's been a very important center that we opened right before the pandemic. And kind of the story there is it's a personal story. Me and my wife were on vacation in Prince Edward Island. She was born there 55 years ago and had not been back. And it's been on her bucket list to get back up to Prince Edward Island. And so we made that journey. And one of the things she pointed out to me is that technology was a pretty big part of the economy in Prince Edward Island. And so I started to do some research and talked with a lot of folks while I was up there on vacation, and it thought that there was an opportunity to extend our team from a technology support perspective. And sure enough, we found really good talent there, really good universities and colleges that support the tech field. And then we also got really terrific government. The government's very involved in attracting new businesses and offices in Canada. So it was a good combination of things that kind of brought us up there to say, hey, we've got to take a look at this and give it a try. And you talk about innovation, we were willing to take a chance, and it's paid very big dividends throughout the pandemic and will be part of our portfolio of talent going forward.
So vacation that led to a whole bunch of work.
Yes. Yeah. It seems like I should get that vacation time back, right?
Well, let's see who we can lobby for that. You mentioned talent as a key component to the decision that Amsted made to establish itself in PEI. How would you describe the availability of talent? And I'm not only speaking from an innovation perspective, which is right up your alley, but all kinds of talent, skilled trades, R&D, management. What do you see available that's going to be supporting your operations there?
Yeah, so we started the center as a cybersecurity center, and we've certainly found talent there from folks on the island. The local universities, Holland College and University of Prince Edward Island, both have good programming schools and produce programming talent. But beyond that, accounting, we've got accounts payable, we've got HR folks there, like shared service support roles. For sure, we think there's a good connection through the universities of producing good talent there. They've got some very neat programs too, where there's some on-the-job training, so you can bring somebody in, give them some experience, and see if there's a fit. So we're signed up for some of those things. There's some engineering internships that we've done up with University of Prince Edward Island that have been very interesting and intriguing, and we'll continue those relationships. So yeah, we have not been at a loss for technology talent or, like I said, HR, engineering, accounts payable, those types of roles as well. So it's been a good spigot of talent for our businesses, and we're looking to grow that over time.
Now, you mentioned some of the relationships that you've formed with the academic institutions on the island. Um, and you mentioned the programs that have been developed to integrate students into your operations, maybe as a work integrated learning program. Do you see anything being done by government or other stakeholders in terms of attracting and retaining that talent that's necessary for your operations, but also all the other industries that are growing on the island?
Right. There are definitely very tight relationships between industry and the government and the universities there. Prince Edward Island is not a very big place, so it's all kind of connected in a small footprint. And they work very closely formally. This isn't just relationship based, but it's formally based to attract talent to the island, develop talent on the island, and help companies fill positions on the island. So between some rebate programs they have and just kind of HR recruiting mechanisms that they have, if they can't find the talent on the island, they have mechanisms to go find it in other avenues. And so I think that they've been heavily involved from day one. The government has an arm called Innovation and Invest PEI that's heavily involved with helping companies get set up on the island, get equipped on the island. Even from an office space, they have a state-of-the-art Atlantic Technology Center that was our original footprint up on the island. That it was attractive to get into that floor space from a price perspective, and we've since moved on into our own floor space. But it was very economic to get started on the island.
Well, Mike, I'd like to wrap it up with a bit of a pitch. And I think you already gave a very strong pitch as to why PEI is a good place to be, because you went there on holiday and you ended up thinking, well, this would be a good place to do some more work. But if you had to deliver maybe a more formal pitch to foreign investors in terms of why Prince Edward Island and Canada are places they should consider establishing themselves, what would you put forward?
Well, on a personal observation, just on vacation, it was I noticed that hardworking, friendly by nature folks that had technology degrees. A lot of people leave the island, go off to college, and then return for family. And I educated workforce, hardworking, friendly by nature. I knew I could do something with that. It has been some work. I mean, we had to develop the relationship. We had to establish the business. We had to find office space and start attracting talent. But if you work at that, I think there's the benefits are very large, and the valuable talent pool there, and the mechanisms that feed that talent pool through the local universities is strong. You mix in the government support, and it's a pretty powerful business case for us, and one we're looking to expand over time. And I would encourage anybody looking at a similar staffing model, either reach out to me and I can share our experience in more detail, or check it out. I think there's a couple spigots. You got to look at the talent you need and the availability of that talent on the island, the university's support of those type of skill sets, and the government support of you being on the island. We found a great combination of all those things, and we're very pleased with the new center